Men, listen up. Um, One of the things that are important in the masculine journey, in the last video, I made it about the blessing of responsibility. No matter how much it sucks, but you need to take on responsibility as a man. And one of the most important things in your masculine journey as a man is to also prioritize being uncomfortable internally. We, as a man, as a human, it's okay to feel worry, it's okay to feel fear, it's okay to feel a lot of conflict internally, but it's okay to feel those things. It's all about being comfortable with being uncomfortable, also internally, right? And I want to dive deep into this because a lot of times we men, we tend to, I made a video about how your feelings do not matter as a man. A lot of times as men, we tend to get into a lot of situations in life, whether it's business, finances, relationships, whatever. And whenever we have inner conflicts, we tend to act on them, right? We tend to act on them because we don't want to feel that discomfort. So if you're feeling fear, pain, anxiety, depression, whatever it is, we don't want to feel that. So we try to fix that. We try to engage with that feeling. In this video, I want to tell you that it's okay to sit in the unknown. It's okay to be uncertain. It's okay to feel a lot of discomfort over a certain thing, and it's okay to sit in that discomfort, sit in that uncertainty. I think that's one of the most powerful things or powerful traits that a man can possess in his masculine journey, is to be okay with not being okay, or be okay with being uncomfortable. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, in as we progress through life, we encounter certain challenges as men. We encounter certain obstacles that will make us internally, will make us be in conflict with ourselves internally, right? We start to overthink. We have thoughts. Do not trust your thoughts. Do not trust your feelings. But also just be uncomfortable. Sit in that uncertainty. Sitting in that uncertainty is not necessarily engaging with it, but you're not resisting it. It's acknowledging that, okay, right now I'm feeling this. I'm feeling anxiety. I'm not. I don't know what's going on in my relationship, or I don't know what's going on in my job, in my business. I don't know what's going on. Everything is uncertain right now, and you try to fix it because that's what we men do. We fix. But when you get internally silent, when you just sit, you notice this internal conflict. You notice this certain feeling, whether it's fear, anxiety, uncertainty, this uncomfortable tension within you. You notice it, but you sit with it. You sit with that uncertainty. You just allow it to just come and then go, right? You allow it to just come, but you sit in it. That is one of the most powerful traits that a man can have. So in this video, I want to encourage you that just because you feel fear doesn't mean you have to do something about it. Just because you feel anxiety doesn't mean you have to do something about it. Just because you feel um fear, worry, whatever it is, doesn't mean you have to do something about it. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do as a man is to just sit and let time reveal itself, and let anything and just let life just unfold itself naturally. Sometimes when you sit, you get a chance to confront certain emotions, certain feelings, because sometimes as a man, when you have certain thoughts or certain feelings, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily true. When you get certain fears, doesn't mean that they're necessarily true. Sometimes it's just the human's way, the nervous system's way of reacting to certain things. But when you just create that space, when you just sit, it allows you to look at things from a logical standpoint and an emotional standpoint, and also it allows you to just master and just to be in complete mastery over your own feelings and over your own emotions. And that is one of the most powerful traits to have as a man, because a man who acts from his emotions, a man who acts from his feelings, for a man who acts from his impulses, is less strong, is seen as a weak man because he can't control his emotions. But a man who sits, a man who creates space, is shown to be more powerful, and I hope that can be a shining light to your masculine journey, and I hope it can really make sense in the type of man you can become in terms of handling your feelings or sitting when it's uncomfortable internally, because a lot of times the battle is more internal than it is external. It's more internal than it is in reality, because sometimes reality is reality, but internal, the mind, the body, the nervous system, it creates these concepts in your head, these fears, these ideas that are not based on reality. And if we allow our thoughts to take control over us, if we allow our emotions to take control over us, the battlefield for our souls and then the mind, it's all in here. It's not in reality. So if we try to practice sitting in that uncertainty, that fear, that conflict, just to sit in the storm, right? To sit in the storm, peace be still. To sit in the storm and focus our eyes on Jesus, everything else will calm down. When Peter focused on the storm, when he focused on the storm, he sank. When we focus too much on the inner conflict or inner storm, we sink. But if we fix our eyes onto Jesus, if we look beyond our feelings, beyond our emotions, beyond our inner conflict, everything becomes still. So I want to encourage you, men, that in your masculine journey, this is what you need to prioritize. Stay blessed.